Welcome to your Tutor Online video podcast. In today's lesson, we will learn some basics about circles, including diameter, radius, circumference, and area. A circle has a center point. The actual circle is all the points that are the same distance away from that point. Imagine a string with one end attached to the point and a pencil at the other end. If you pulled the string tight and rotated it around the point we just drew, we would get a circle. This is how a protractor works. The line we just drew is called a radius. We're going to use the letter R to represent it. The radius is the distance from the center to the edge of a circle. A line that passes through the circle from edge to edge and passes through the center is called the diameter. And it's going to be represented by the letter D. Diameter is equal to 2 times the radius. And pi. Pi is a special irrational number. It just means we can't write it as a fraction, and it's used to help us find the measurements of circles. To get a little more technical, pi is the ratio of the circumference to the diameter of a circle. If you need a number close to pi, if your teacher wants you to give your answer in decimals or fractions, you can use 3.14 or 22 over 7. These two numbers aren't exactly pi, but they're close enough to get an idea of what the answer should be. Now for some formulas. Circumference is a measure around the circle. It's very similar to perimeter with polygons. Circumference is equal to pi times diameter. Area is a measurement of the region that the circle takes up. Area is equal to pi r squared. The answer here will be units squared. When it comes to solving problems with circles, you may be given circumference and asked to find the radius, or you might know the radius and be asked to find the circumference. Either way, you plug in what you know to the formulas I just showed you, and then solve for what you don't know, and you have your answer. We're just going to look at 2 examples for this lesson. Example 1, what is the circumference of a circle, which has radius of 4 centimeters? From the formulas I gave you, we know that circumference is equal to pi times diameter, but we were given the radius. It's no problem. We know that diameter is equal to 2 times the radius, or in this case, diameter is equal to 8 centimeters. We're going to take that number and plug it into our formula. And so we know circumference is equal to 8 pi centimeters. When we have pi as part of our answer, we want to write the number first, followed by pi. And if your teacher wants you to give the answer as a decimal or a fraction, you would do 8 times 3.14 for decimals, or 8 times 22 over 7 for fractions. And one more example. What is the radius of the circle whose area is 25 pi? Our formula for area is pi times r squared. We're going to fill in what we do know. Area is 25 pi. And we're looking for radius now. We're going to divide both sides by pi, and they just both cancel out. So now we have 25 is equal to r squared. We can square root both sides. The square root of 25 is 5. We're going to ignore the negative because we can't have a negative length for a radius. So 5 is equal to the radius. And that's our final answer. If you have any suggestions for future lessons, email us at podcast@yourtutoronline.com. If you need more help with this or other topics, visit www.yourtutoronline.com to find a tutor, or just send an email to tutor@yourtutoronline.com. We provide online tutoring services in the virtual classroom you just saw in this video. Be sure to subscribe to our podcast in iTunes to get the latest videos. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Class dismissed.